and these are the pictures I did on the retreat day at Otley Hall. So the theme was the seed within. So we were looking at the outside of the fruit first of all, and we had guided meditations, and then time to just work things through with paint. I deliberately went outside because I wanted whatever happened to this page to happen to it. And when I'd done it, I left it out, and it did duly rain on it. But that was part of what this drawing was all about. And it was really lovely because I had no preconceptions about what this painting was going to be. I just chose my fruit, the Chinese gooseberry representing the world and flame, so sort of like Holy Spirit and Father. And then I chose the chili to represent Jesus, so I've got the Trinity there. Jesus to me is a character who's hot, dangerous, fiery, challenging, but there was also, I suppose, the red and the idea of blood and sacrifice in there. But those three to me make up the Trinity, and I just concentrated on each element one at a time, and really looked as I drew. And just being outside, I found that there was my shadow on the fruit where the sky was above me. My shadow fell on the fruit, so that sort of was like being made in the image of God, and yet not God, because the actual centre of the fruit was somewhere else. And then when I'd done those elements, I looked at what it was laid on, because the artist in me wanted it grounded in some kind of surface, and I looked at the weaving of it. Was laying on a Hessian board, and the idea of a weaving and a making and a spreading evangelism, I suppose. So yeah, it's a lot of thinking went behind that picture, if not into the actual art, but it's had good feedback as well. People have enjoyed it as a picture. This one was looking at the seed inside the fruit, and for me this is about choices, and I chose a different kind of fruit as well as perhaps I would choose, and kind of drew that one but laid it to rest, because I feel that God is taking me away from what I would immediately choose in saying, no, I've got this for you. And it's my own hand holding the bean, and actually I had to hold quite hard, and the time it took me to draw it made my thumbs and my fingers ache, but it spoke to me about how God has held me and waiting for me to accept that perhaps this is the path that he has for me, and then looking at the bean and the nurturing that goes on, and the softness of the flesh inside, and that there's a little cupped place for everything that is growing. It has its little place for it to be, and it's all connected by these little strigs at the top, that each thing that's growing is nurtured. So yeah, there's a lot of thinking behind that one as well. And the afternoon, I just picked out a psalm and wanted to finish on something joyful, but it said something about the beginning and the end, so I tried to base it around Alpha and Omega, but again picked up the idea of the seed and the flowering, so that kind of fitted in the day. But yeah, it was a really lovely day, and I got a lot out of doing meditative artwork.